back to the channel. This week's video is going to be a double unboxing. I got a fish order from Dan's Fish and an Aquarium co-op fish order in with a couple plants in there. So I hope you guys enjoy. And real quick before the video starts, I did want to give my congratulations to the winners of our Project Basilia contest that just ended at the end of May. If you haven't checked it out, there's a Facebook group. Just type in Project Basilia and it comes up. You can post pictures of your guppies, your endlers, your mollies up there. The whole point of it was just to bring people into the hobby that may not know about those fish and just experience the beauty of them. Alright, now that's out of the way, let's get into this week's video. So I just had to place an order with the Aquarium co-op. I actually was getting a refill on some foods, and there were some other ones I wanted to try. People have been raving about the extreme foods for quite a while now, so I figured I'd get a couple and give them a try. There's also a Fluval product I wanted to get, a couple Hikari things, and then, like I said, a couple refills of stuff I needed. So this is one of the unboxings. I also have a fish unboxing that I'll do after the Aquarium co-op unboxing, and then I'm going to try out a couple of the foods, since the fish haven't been fed in a while, so hopefully they will try and eat some. If not, I'll give it a day and try and film again, and then I'm gonna float the fish and then get some image of them swimming in the tank when I let them go. And yeah, hopefully the fish don't jump out of the net, because some like to do that. So let's take a look inside this box. Now, I did open it before I turned the camera on. I'm sure some of you know trying to open a box on camera cannot go very well sometimes. So we've got packing paper. Oh, they also have new stickers. So I went with got a few of these betta stickers here. I got 5. Yeah, I got 5. So yeah, those are pretty cool. So I can get a little closer. Oh, they were cool. I do have some of the other decals on my car, and they have been through the weather, and nothing has really happened to them yet. So the sun and the rain hasn't really killed those. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got some plants too. So first thing up, I got some more easy green because my bottle was getting a little low. I dose all my tanks because all my tanks have live plants in them, so this will come in handy for me. For those who don't know, this is their 1 pump for 10-gallon fertilizer, and it's a really good, easy fertilizer to use. And then let's see, oh, got some swords. So we got some Amazon swords here. Let's get those open. They come in these nice plastic bags, and the plants are in like little mesh bags. Get these open. And I got these for my sorority tank because some of the other plants have died off a little bit. So they come in this like clothy mesh kind of a bag, and they're nice and wet, so these will be easy. Usually I rip it down, but we're gonna see if we can pull it out gently. So this is it. Nice little Amazon sword plant. I don't usually dip them or anything like some people do. Some people dip their plants because they don't want the snails, but I don't mind the snails. So these are just gonna go right in the tank. Put this over there for now. Let's check the other one. Never had a problem with plants from the co-op. I had one plant that was a little crushed, but it bounced right back and there was no problem. So let's see. And then here's another little one. Nice. These look like they've been immersed for quite a while, so they should be good to go. And as you can see, there's water dripping on the box. Let's put that back in here. I'm gonna put these both back in their plastic baggie for now, actually. I can get the bag in here. Come on, in the bag. There we go. 1 and 2. I want to crush the other one. Okay, so that's that. And then if you haven't gotten these yet, these are their floating Christmas moss balls, which I have one in my sorority, in my guppy breeding tank, and it's growing like gangbusters. So all it is, come on, get out of the bag. It is a ball of Christmas moss that they've attached this weight to. So you put the weight down and it floats. And as it grows, it expands. I'll see if I can get some footage of it in my guppy tank. So again, this is going in my Endler tub because I have some pregnant Endler and I wanted a place for their fry to feel secure. So that's it on the non-fish food stuff. So let's see, I think we got the first fish food. I got a replacement of my bloodworms, which I just had in my last video. Love these food. Great staple in my hobby now. I also have a replacement on the tube fix worms. The lid was open a little bit, so I just double check. And the seal's not broken, so we're good. That's another food that I showed off in my last video. Again, another staple in mine now. And actually, the bloodworms actually come with a little pour spout. So you just open this up and it will dump out. I actually took that off of my other one. So this is the other lid. I actually took it off. This is my fry food mix. So this is why the lid did not look like this on the other one. but they all come like that, and it just makes it so people don't have to touch their hands to the food, because I know some people get a reaction when they touch the food. Now this is one I've been wanting to try, Viber Bites, for ages now. This was one that the co-op showed off quite frequently on their videos, and it fed it to a bunch of stuff, and everything ate it. So I'm hoping they will here. It's got a lot of protein. It's got 46% protein. Was not expecting it to be that high. I'm not know why some of the fish like it. We're gonna try it and see if my fish like that. That's one, again, I've been wanting to try for quite some time. Let's see. This is another refill. My Aquarium algae wafers are getting low. So again, I go with the smaller size because I read 3 or 4 algae wafers. So another one I featured in my last video. Now let's get into the other foods. I got a couple more. Okay, this is a new Aquarium product I wanted to try. It's the spirulina and brine shrimp. I'm assuming it comes in a little brick. Let's see, 48% protein, not bad. Another high one. Got this just because I want to have something else that I can give my fish every now and then as a little treat, so we'll definitely try that out. Another Aquarium product here. Also been wanting to try these out for quite some time. The Fancy Guppy granules. I'm assuming they're probably around the same size as the other ones. This is 50% protein, so another high protein food. I'm sure my guppies will love this, and if they don't, it's a beta food. Speaking of beta foods, we have the Fluval Bug Bite beta formula. Now I'm assuming, like all Fluval products, these come with the black soldier. Let's see if I can rip this open without knocking stuff over. You see that pull tab? Yep. And there it is. The first ingredient is that soldier fly larva. I don't know if you can see that. I got the black soldier fly larva. So that looks to be the same. So I'm hoping my betas will like this. I'll definitely be feeding these two. Really excited to try those out. And then the last two foods, another beta food, I have the Extreme Beta Pellet food, is the Extreme Aquatic Foods Krill Flake. It's another one. I know a lot of people are feeding it, I believe. But yeah, these are the fish foods. Okay, so my other box just arrived a little while ago. I placed a decent sized order from Dan's Fish. It's the first large fish order I have placed in quite some time. I originally placed one order and then I went back and ordered some more of one thing, and he was nice enough to just upgrade the box size and then give me a refund for the difference in shipping. Basically, he combined both orders and saved me a little money. So I did open this up just to make sure there was nothing dead, because I didn't want to open up dead fish on camera. Not that I thought there'd be anything dead, because Dan's really good about how he ships his fish. So we're gonna open this up. Oh, this is gonna hit the camera. Hang on here. Let me do one of these. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. Hold please. Okay. So since there were so many fish in the box and the box was too big to put on my desk, I decided I'll do a reverse unboxing. So I took all the fish out and I put them on my desk, and I'll go one by one. And if anyone is interested in what the box looks like inside, here you go. It's a nice styrofoam box around the inside, so it's insulated with styrofoam. He's got a layer of not paper towel, a layer of newspaper, and then he puts a another styrofoam on top. No heat pack this time because it is summer and it is like up in the 80s and 90s here, so no need for that. So for anyone that doesn't know or hasn't ordered from Dan's Fish before, he bags things in individual little bags here. He double bags, and he seals with a heat gun. So you see his little lip here sealed with a heat gun, and sometimes he does the corners. Don't know if he did on these. These might be different bags, but this, he's got the lid here. So this is a Danio. It's a orange fin. Let me see if I can find the exact name for it and not butcher it. Oh dear. It's a striped Chiathith orange fin Danio. I got 4 of these guys. These are going to go in my 10 gallons. Here's one. So I should color up nice. And I'm going to put these back in the box. Actually, I can probably just float them. I put the tank right here. But yeah, there's 2. Number 3, as you can see, all nice and live fish. Nice and healthy looking. Can't wait for these guys to color up. Okay, next we're going to go through the oddballs because I ordered a large group of something and I'll talk about that in a minute. We have, I've always wanted to get one of these, but never trusted until now. This is a Siamese algae eater. Now, for those that don't know, hopefully he's not stuck in that corner there. He looks like, did it fold over? No, he's good. He's good. Okay. For those that don't know, there's a fish that looks almost identical to this. I think it's called a foxfish. They also eat algae, but they're the ones that I think give the Siamese algae eater a bad name because they are, from what I've heard, a little bit more aggressive. Whereas a true Siamese algae eater just you know, chows down and doesn't really bother anybody. I get about, I think, 4 inches, maybe a little bigger. So he's gonna be doing some algae control in my tanks because I've got a crazy algae spike in 2 tanks right now, and it's the hair algae, so it's manual removal and not that easy to do because it's all of my plants. Anyway, the next one we're gonna do is this little guy. Now I've always wanted to own these 2. Again, never had one before. This is a honey gourami. He should get a nice golden orange color, I think. And as you can see, Dan writes the name of the fish on there, the first part of the name anyway, or part of the name, so you know what it is if you order more than one thing. So this little guy is also going in the 10-gallon, so he should color up very nicely as well. I'm gonna stick him in here. The next thing I have is I bought a trio of his red striped endlers. So this is a female. As you can see, he also puts the gender of the fish on there. Well, she looks like a nice rowdy little girl there, so that's one of them. These guys will be added to the endlers in my tub. I have a nice mix of endlers down there. Here's the other female. Again, this comes in a trio. And all the links for these will be in the description below, or I'll just link his page, and you can go see what he's got. He's got a nice selection of fish, and he takes really good care of them and quarantines them a lot. Now, this is the male. As you can see, the male is much smaller than the females. Come on, buddy. Can I get you a girl in there? Where'd you go? There she is. As you can see, male much smaller than the female, but still looks nice. Again, these are his red striped endlers. Super excited to have these in my endler tank. Down there now, I have some yellow lyre tiger tails, I think they're called, and I have some wilds and then some coals. Now, what's left on the table here is a lot of the same fish. It's a pseudomogil. I originally got 6 of these and then decided to up the order because I wanted to try and breed them. So these are red neon blue-eyed rainbow fish. So it's Pseudomogio lumii, I think, or something like that. So I'm just gonna really quick go through and show these. So I asked for an even set of them, so I should have 6 males. Where'd you go over there? 6 males and 6 females. So we're just gonna cook. There we go. And like I said before I unboxed this video, I did a little prelim just to make sure everyone's alive and well, and everybody seems to be doing pretty good. So she's in there. So now these are an egg layer, I think, or an egg scatter, one of the two. But I know they breed eggs, they're not live bearers. So this has been my first attempt at a non-live bearer breeding, besides, you know, snails. But they look pretty cool when they color up, so I'm hoping. And these guys will be going downstairs in my 10. I'm actually switching them out for the rasboras because the Harlequin rasboras I've had 3 months now. Haven't seen a single sign that they're spawning. So we're going to, those have been put in the community tank instead. So yeah, there we go with those. And I'm going to get everybody floating. So I'll be right back in a second once everyone's in their respective floating tank. Now with regard to acclimation and whatnot, I don't drip acclimate. The only thing I drip acclimate for it would be shrimp, because I know shrimp are much more susceptible to changes in their water. This is the sorority tank. As you can see, there's a nice large amount of algae. So we're just gonna open the lid here, and we're just gonna stick him right in there. I like to put him in the lid if I can. That's not going to work. So that they don't move very much, but it's not going to cooperate with me today. So he'll just sit in there. I usually float things for about 15-20 minutes so they get acclimated. See, the next one we're going to do is our honey gourami and our Danios. So we're going to pick those up. Come over here to our 10-gallon. This one I'm going to have to raise the lid for. So we're going to do that. Hello, everybody. So we're just going to plop them. They'll float for a little while. So again, just float about 15-20 minutes, and then I will come back and show everybody. Here we go. You know what? Now we're gonna close the lid just in case. I've never had a jumper, but with my luck, this would be when I get a jumper. So we'll do that. The other guys will be in a little bit. The endlers going underneath my desk. Again, not going to show that because the tub's a little messy. Maybe I'll get some underwater footage once they're swimming around and whatnot. Now, some people say when you're introducing fish to keep the light off. I have never done that except with African cichlids because of their aggression level, and with my female betas when I was introducing them. But that was again just because aggression levels with fish. So if you have an aggressive species, I guess it helps to keep your light off for a little bit when you first put them in. Some people say add some food when you're adding new fish. Again, never done that either. So those endlers are floating now. Here, I'll get you a little sneak peek of those, but nothing too major. Go, as you can see, they're floating, floating. A little beta in there right now until we get his tank set up. Okay, now I gotta go downstairs to the 10-gallon and put all of these rainbows in there, and I will come right back. As you can see, I got that algae problem in this tank too, so the my algae eater will be heading in here eventually. Alright, it's been about 20-ish minutes. We're going to get these guys in their tanks now. Now, I've done this successfully quite a few times. There's been a couple times when, you know, things don't want to go the right way, but hopefully today's not one of those. So I need a bucket, a net, and a pair of scissors. I've got my supplies, I've got my bucket, I've got my net, I've got my scissors. So next step is to get this fish out of the water. Take this lid here and prop it so it doesn't fall, so it's being propped up. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Maybe what I'll do is, hang on please, let's see. Ooh, that'll work. Okay, cut the bag. Put them in the tank? Maybe? No. How am I gonna do this one-handed? You know what? Here's what we'll do. Take the camera. We will take the camera and put it here. Maybe this might work. Okay, we got the fish. There we go. Okay. Cutting the bag. I try and get both bags at once. Okay, we are through the bag. So we're gonna come over here to our net. And we're just gonna dump him in. He should be in there now. Throw that aside. And then I just like to take it and let them go in. Nice and carefully. Get down here. Come on, little guy. Come on. There he goes. So he is in his new home now. Hopefully he enjoys himself. Nice looking fish. These guys actually look pretty nice. I'm thinking I'll color up a little bit more, but I've only ever seen them in the fish store, so I don't know what he'll actually look like, but he looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna move on to the next fish here. We're gonna do the honey gourami next, I think, if I can get him. Okay, here we go. Round dose with a honey gourami. Still nice and lively in the bag. Oh, I'm getting water all over my desk. Here's this guy. Gonna cut that. I'm literally getting water all over my desk. Okay. Got him. And I really should use more than one net, but I'm only own like two and one is tiny. And whenever I've used the tiny net, it doesn't work. So he's in the bag. He's in there, I think. Did I miss? No, he's right there. Okay. I bring him over to the tank. Let him get in there. Come on. Okay, I'm assuming he went in. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, now with these next ones, since they're all the same, I'm going to see if I can't put them all in one net. So I'm not actually going to show you guys me cutting them, but I will cut them and then I will show you guys when they're in the tank or when they're in the net. Alright, so I ended up just dumping them in here for now so I can get them in the net at the same time. So there's the four of them. They seem to be lively, so we're going to bring this over here. Got our net. We're going to just dump the whole thing. Okay, no one's left in there. They're jumping around. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to use. Oh, okay, here we go. Quick. Okay, I don't see anybody on the net. Just gonna double check and make sure we didn't lose anyone. Had a shrimp do that to me one time. Bugger jumped right out of the net. They appear to all be in there, having a fun time swimming around, so that's a good sign. But yeah, so far so good. Next is the large amount of rainbow fish. So for that, I will go downstairs, set up the GoPro, and film them all getting put in. I'm gonna just check the floor, the bucket one more time for fish. Okay, just check the tank. All four of those Danios made it. Perfect condition. Honey gourami swimming around. We're gonna let this guy sit for a little bit, and I'll probably feed them after dinner, so in a couple hours, and they should be good. Okay, so with these rainbow fish, I used the same thing I used for the Danios. I just got this little plastic container here, and I'm going to cut them all open and dump them in, hoping that I can fit them all in this one container. But if not, I'll just do as many as I can get, and then dump them in the net, and then transfer them over to the fish tank. I am super excited about these guys. They looked really cool, the pictures that Dan had on the website. Yeah, I'm just hoping maybe I can get them to breed. I know Blake told me that they use a that's Blake's Aquatics, if anyone doesn't know. I'll put a link to his thingy up here now, box thing, whatever they're called. He told me that they use a spawning mop. I'm going to try and not use a spawning mop because I like to go with the more natural looking in the tank. That's why there's crypts and swords and Java moss in the tank. So I'm hoping that I can get them to spawn without the mop. If they don't spawn without the mop, I'll get one, put it in, hope it works. So it looks like we're filling this up relatively quick here, not as slow as I thought it would, so I might not be able to get them all in here. But yeah, I'm gonna initiate some speed boost here and get through this pretty quick, and then you probably won't hear me until they're in the tank and whatnot. So these guys are all in, so I'm gonna dump them in the net here. I think I got about 10 of them in here, so they're all in here. As you can see, they're jumping around. We're gonna make the move pretty quick over to the tank. We're gonna sit my guests in my basement. So here's their 10-gallon right here. We're going to stick the net in the tank, and then I flip it upside down and hope that they can. So they're in the tank. We're just gonna flip the net here and let them go around. I put the light on now, so hopefully they all come out. This net's a little cheap, so sometimes they get stuck in there. So I'll just wiggle it around a bit, and they'll slowly come out. And we're just going to do the same thing with the last two here. I got two more. Yeah, last two. So we're just going to dump these in and get them in the tank as well. So it's going to be the same thing. Just dump them in the net, put them in the tank, and then we'll get some shots of them in the tank. Maybe I'll even take you guys underwater. So we'll find out in a second what I decided to do. Also, don't blame me that there's some cleaning products there. They're not aerosol or anything, and we move them over to the washing machine and dryer when we use them, so there's no risk of them splashing into the tank. I should point out that the tank has been set up since March now, and there's been no contamination issues, so tank's fine. It's higher up, no splashing, no spraying, no chemicals got in the tank. They're all good. And if you're wondering why the water looks cloudy, it is because, if you might be able to see it at the substrate, there's peat moss under the substrate, because I originally was breeding the rasboras in here, which is like slightly more acidic water. So the water hovers around 6.5, 6.6, which should be fine for these guys, but that's why the water looks a little cloudy, because there is peat moss in it, and it's just slowly decaying. Okay, so let's get this lid back on. Actually, you know what, never mind. We're going to put the GoPro inside the water, so let's get some underwater shots of these, and enjoy. Okay, so it is the next morning while I'm editing this, get it finished. Just want to let everyone know, everyone has survived the night. There's been no die-off anywhere. Everyone has settled in. They'll be getting fed here. I usually feed around noon, so they'll be fed in a few hours. But yeah, everyone made it through the night. No issues there. I decided to not do the feeding of the fish, new fish foods, because this video would have been like 45 minutes long, and it was just far too big. So I'm going to end up releasing like a first impressions on the other food. So I'm going to show you the feeding from the first time, and then I'll do like a week later feeding. Probably Monday or Tuesday I'll film that and get that out for you guys this coming Wednesday. So that's why you don't see the feeding of the grow flakes and any of that stuff here, but it will be coming. I just want to let you know it'll be a part 2. So thanks again for watching this video. Please hit the like button or the dislike button if you didn't like it. Leave a comment saying if you hated the video, you liked the video, whatever, what you want to see next. Hit the bell, hit the subscribe, share it if you liked it, and thanks again to the co-op for all the great foods and not increasing their prices during this craziness because other sites have. And thanks again to Dan for having amazing fish at reasonable prices, and then doing that nice little combining of the shipping for me. It was great. Please go check the co-op out and Dan out. I'll put the links below. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.